Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Now, Bremen Regionals just took place in Germany and Mark Lutz, I believe, was the winner with Colisopod Gardevoir. Second place was Tord Reklev, who's clearly on a tear, with his beloved Drampa Gardevoir. And we had many other decks such as even Cernia's Break in the top cut, and we will be reviewing those either in our next video, or maybe I reviewed them yesterday, I'm not really sure. But ninth place was Robin Schulz, and he was using this very consistent Metagross list. Now, there's really only one card that I would maybe change in this list, and that's a Giratina. Now it's grayed out because in this account I do not have a Giratina promo, so I will not be using it throughout the video. However, this is Robin Schulz's list, and as you can see, it's incredibly consistent. It has the 4-3-4 Metagross line, it has 3 Tapu Lele's, has the 1 Vulpix in order to help setting up, has the Giratina as Greninja. Is definitely a really bad matchup for Metagross, but with Giratina it becomes a lot more manageable. And then you have the 4 Sycamore, 4 N, and 3 Guzma, along with 2 Brigette and the 1 Skyla, which I really like. You have the 4 Ultra Ball, the 4 Rare Candy, the 4 Max Potion, and the 4 Field Blower. 4 Field Blower is definitely something unheard of. We had been seeing 3, and some people were calling running 4 outrageous, but there you go. I'm really not surprised Field Blower is being ran at a count of 4, especially in decks that rely so much on abilities. It makes a lot of sense. And yeah, 8 Metal Energy, 2 Psychic Energy, just because you might want to tap a cure at some point or another. And yeah, Metagross-GX 250 HP, sorry. Geotech System recycles energy from the discard. Giga Hammer deals 150 damage, which is a very healthy amount, especially with Choice Band. You get to knock out almost all Pokemon, all GX Pokemon, or basics at least. And then you get Algorithm GX to help you set up, and if you can prevent the N, or if your opponent somehow whiffs the N, getting 5 cards you chose, provided you make the correct choices, that's really good. So yeah, this is a deck that Robin Schulz used. We are going to be using a list which features 1 Necrozma-GX over the Giratina, so I already have that saved up, and that's what we will be using in the ladder. But I wanted to showcase the full original list. Now, there's really nothing I would change in this list. You take Fire as an auto loss, and then you have really solid matchups against everything else, especially with Metagross being so sturdy and having the 4 Max Potion and 4 Field Blower. That's just really good consistency. So yeah, are you sure you want to discard them? Yes, because our Metagross deck is actually already built and functional with... Sorry about the cut, guys. The game got disconnected, and so frustrating because we're up against a fire deck, but we actually had a chance to win. But yeah, it happens. Oh well. Hopefully we can showcase the deck properly here. We seem to be up against Gardevoir deck with metal typing and water auxiliary, Psychic Lele, Metal Jirachi promo, because some people are using that for the mirror match, perhaps. We'll see. And okay, what a start. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. My opponent starts Vulpix, touches Psychic. So what deck is this? Fairy with Psychic Energy? Okay. We actually top deck a Beldum, which is not bad at all. I mean, my opponent also drew Pass, so at least we're on even footing here. My opponent decides to Beacon, so should have attached to the Lele, I guess. Oh, it's a mirror match. Wait, what's the fairy then? Is it Mr. Mime for bench protection, probably. And that was so silly of me. I mean, we could have won on turn 2, but I guess it's better to see a mirror match play out properly. This is fine. Okay, we see Lele, we see Beldum. We are actually going to be able to Algorithm GX, and presumably my opponents will search for another Lele here. So our Algorithm GX will actually be useless-ish, or my opponent goes for the triple Beldum, doesn't leave a spot open for another Lele, and doesn't have N in his hand. So if he doesn't have N, we should be okay. Oof, but he goes and grabs a Metagross himself. Oh, but we get an N. Okay. So let's see what happens here. If I get another energy, I might consider attacking Vulpix instead. Probably not, actually. Probably, definitely not. Okay, so I'm gonna Geotech System the energy, but I'm not gonna take a knockout. I'm actually gonna Algorithm GX, and I'm gonna go for a Metagross, another 2 Beldums, and a Choice Band for sure. And then N, just because I don't want to discard those 2 Max Potions. So those are the 5 cards. Now we equal the Beldum count. We hopefully will be ahead on the Metagross count, and we can potentially knock out the Tapu Lele to get the first 2 prize cards. So there we see an Ultra Ball discarding Metal, and Skyla we see a Metagross, so that means a Rare Candy 100%. There it is. There it is. And my opponent just beacons. Okay. Beacons for double Metang. So what is our best play here? We don't need to attach any more energy, I don't think. Oh, I can't. I don't have any energy to retreat for the Guzma. Oh boy. That's not good. Needed to grab an energy. Over a third Beldum probably. Now the double Metang is not great for us, so I'll just end here. And we do get energy, so energy was pretty important. And I'll just attach to the Metagross-GX. Yeah, that works. And we'll take a knockout with Giga Hammer. But this does mean my opponent gets the first hit on my Metagross. Get another Rare Candy, but no Metagross to go with that. Now we've only seen... Oh no, there's a Metal. Never mind. There's one Metang, there's a Metal. So yeah, my opponent gets the first hit in. He uses N. So that seems actually useful for us. And there's Necrozma. And there's the victory. Wow, so he whiffed the Metal energy, or I'm actually not sure what happened there, but we get the win. And yeah, let's jump into another match because that one was so fast. We get a Plasma Freeze booster pack. Okay. Plasma Freeze booster pack, interesting. So lots of expanded focus. Okay, so we get a Lele start once again, and we're going second. Alright, so we'll manage, I hope. And especially because we're up against Gardevoir, so we'll be able to see just how dominant this deck actually is against Gardevoir. Hopefully. Or my opponent can just end us into a better hand. That also works. I was thinking about using Skyla, going for Ultra Ball, going for Vulpix, using Vulpix. Meh, that's actually not a better hand, but I'll take it. Now, what do I discard here? The energy, but what else? Actually, not the energy. I guess Max Potion and Metagross then. Yeah. Max Potion and Metagross, grab Lele, go for Brigette, and grab 2 Beldum and a Vulpix. There we see the Brigette, however. I mean, unless my opponent didn't see the previous screen, he should have realized he's up against Metagross. I'm gonna discard a Max Potion just because Max Potion doesn't seem very useful here in this matchup. There's no Vulpix though. Oof. There is no Vulpix, so Vulpix is priced, and that really sucks. Because then we don't guarantee the Metang, so I guess we'll just have to go the 3 Beldum route, which we also saw there's 1 Beldum priced. Okay. So there's a triple Beldum. And now, is it even worth retreating? No, I might as well just power up a Beldum and pass. That opens up a possibility of a Guzma DC knockout on a Beldum, but not the end of the world if it does happen. There we see a Kirlia, we see a Remoraid. We know my opponent has Brigette, so he might be tempted to play that. And wow, he's actually committing 3 energy to the Kirlia, so a Rare Candy Metagross plus 2 energy would actually knock out the Kirlia. Now, had I known Vulpix was priced, I definitely would have discarded the energy, but I did not know that. So I get another metal, I might as well just end here. Our opponent does leave a space open, so he probably wanted to grab N himself. And now we have an issue of if my opponent is able to Guzma out the Metang, we are in a lot of trouble. Because we will not have a Metagross-GX powered up. Tapu Lele probably going down here. My opponent needs 2 energy to get the knockout, but still. Here's the Kirlia. Guzma Gardevoir energy is not too far-fetched, especially with Lele. So we'll see what my opponent grabs here. And it is a Skyla, interestingly enough. So I do think 1 Skyla, just because you can search for it, is really good in standard, and it should become the norm in a lot of decks. See a Skyla, Skyla for Ultra Ball for Auxiliary or Gardevoir for sure. Wow, discarding 2 Rare Candy. And does grab the Gardevoir GX. But is not even able to take a knockout here. But we top deck another Metagross. That's awful. That is actually really awful. We've already discarded 2 Metagross. Okay, so this, what we drew off of the Sycamore definitely compensates for that. So we don't have, we do not have a way to find a 3rd Metagross right now. However, we don't need it. Just with 2 Metagross, it really should be enough here. And I'm gonna play the Choice Band on the bench Metagross just because Tapu Lele might come up here. But Giga Hammer for 2 prizes, and with my opponent's really weak field, this should be an easy win from here on out. It really should be an easy win. See an energy on Kirlia, we see a Field Blower. Are we gonna see an N? There we go. So my opponent just trying to thin out as much as possible, which makes sense. Definitely makes sense. And there we see a Rescue Stretcher for a Kirlia. And yeah, Gardevoir GX deals a lot of damage. However, once my opponent sees the Max Potion, I would not be surprised to see a concession here. And even then, how is he going to deal with this new Metagross-GX? Right? How is he going to deal with that? And we could end. However, I like keeping the Skyla in hand just so that I can search for another Max Potion or potentially a Choice Band, and there's a victory. So 2 really quick games with this deck. Obviously not ideal, but let's find another game and see what we can do. Yeah, this is a really solid list. I mean, it has its hiccups in the beginning, but that's to be expected of any stage 2 deck at the moment. And with such a good Gardevoir matchup, and Gardevoir being one of the best decks, one of the most played decks, especially after the World's hype, I'm really not surprised Metagross did so well at the tournament. Garbotoxin is definitely something you have to worry about though, and that's why Robin Schulz ended up playing 4 Field Blower in his list. Now there's a Beldum. We actually even have a Brigette in hand already, so our hand's looking very pretty here. Very, very pretty. See an Oranguru by my opponent. The Yveltal deck box could signify a dark type deck, however that's not very likely. Dark is not very good right now. See a Choice Band, we see a Potown, and we see a Sycamore. So Potown could indicate Trampacarp. We actually see Zoroark, and we see 2 more Potowns getting thrown out. So it's actually Zoroark Trampa. That's very scary for sure, especially if my opponent... Vulpix is priced once again, and so is Necrozma, so... Because I won't grab Lele, but this Brigette is super weak. It is incredibly, incredibly weak. Not being able to find Vulpix or even Necrozma. Could have grabbed a Lele, yes, but maybe that wasn't the best play. And my opponent does grab an end, so we're gonna lose our Rare Candy Metagross. We could still find it, however, it's very likely that we'll be able to find one of our 4 Field Blowers in our next shuffled hand. I mean, it's not very likely, but it's a possibility. We actually don't, and we get the same Rare Candy Metagross. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna discard Metal Energy for sure, but what else? Both Metal Energy? No. I guess so. Yeah, both Metal Energy works. And I'm gonna grab a Metang. The opponent did a sad face. So hopefully he doesn't run SP and EX though. That's the big issue here. I'm gonna keep the Max Potion for now, because the Potion damage is not that big. And wow, no energy. No energy to be found, so I'm gonna Geotech System. And then I'm gonna play 1 Field Blower, remove the Choice Band and the Potown, just so that my opponent doesn't get a chance to activate Berserk, or he needs to find another Potown and he already has used up 3. And then I'm gonna find a Metagross Rare Candy, Energy, and Choice Band. That guarantees a knockout on the Drampa, which is really the only big threat here. You get triple Metagross going even. We have the Skyla for Max Potion if we need it. Heck, even Skyla for double Rare Candy in case of an Espion EX. Actually, once again, missing one energy in the discard pile in order to be able to Guzma for a knockout on the Drampa. There we see an Ultra Ball, we see another Choice Band, and we're gonna see an end. So our plans get foiled, but that's understandable. Our hand wasn't too good, so we'll take the 6 brand new cards, and that is enough for us to be able to get the knockout on Oranguru. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what my friend decides to attack with. He decides to Big Wheel GX. That means his hand is also pretty bad here. Pretty bad. Okay, so we get a top deck Rare Candy so that we actually get to evolve into Metagross without the need of Metang. Then we can easily Ultra Ball for a Lele, and there's a victory. So yeah, you can see how solid this deck is. We were just missing a Choice Band, so there's an argument that instead of Necrozma, maybe the 4th Choice Band would be good. Maybe 4 Field Blower is too much, and 4 Choice Band would be really good. I do remember back when Metagross was revealed by Christopher Szymanski, he did say that 4 Choice Band would have been his ideal scenario. And yeah, guys, I mean, we didn't get to showcase too much of the deck, but the idea is what you saw, you set up, and once you've stabilized, you are able to cycle through the Metagross, use Max Potion, use Guzmas and Choice Bands to get the knockouts you need, and make Metagross pretty much immortal. So yeah, that's the deck. That's gonna be it for Metagross, guys. Tomorrow we'll have more standard action with more of the Bremen decks, and please like on the video if you can. It really helps out the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.